Hi guys, it's Amy with A2Z Stamping, and today I'm going to do a card for you using the Ride With Me stamp set. This stamp set is adorable. It has this truck, and it can be used for lots of different occasions. There's Christmas, there's a tree, wishing loads of Christmas cheer, happy harvest, so there's pumpkins. Today belongs to you, ride with the windows open. I'm always here to pick you up. I heart Stampin'. There's some balloons, so you can make it birthday. And then there's really cute coordinating dies. Let's see. Where's the dies? Here we go. Called truck dies. And these dies have a truck where you can actually make a 3D truck. I'm not going to be doing that today, but you can make a 3D truck. It's like a little box. And then there's also dies that cut out the balloons, the pumpkins, the tree. You can cut out just the truck by just using this part of the die. And then there's tires and things like that. But anyway, I'm going to show you this cute little Christmas card that I came up with. All right, so let's do our stamping first. We are going to stamp the sentiment, wishing you loads of Christmas cheer. So I've got that on my block here, and I have my real red ink pad. And using my oval dies, I cut out a piece of Whisper White cardstock right here with this die. And the dies are kind of hard to give you the sizes, but this is the die that is about 2 3/4 inches long, but I think you could figure it out if you have the dice. So let's just go ahead and stamp that. Wishing you loads of Christmas cheer. Okay. Perfect. All right, and let me grab my scrub just to clean off. Okay, so that's nice and clean. And I can put that away. Then we're also going to stamp the truck. And I've got that right here. And I'm going to stamp that, let's set this aside, just on, on a piece of Whisper White cardstock. This piece of cardstock is cut at 3.5 by 2. Okay, and we're going to ink up the truck in red. I'm going to actually not in red. What am I doing? I don't know why I'm inking it up in red. I am not stamping the truck in red. Let me clean that off real good. Okay. I'm actually going to stamp it in black. So let me close up my red ink. And let me grab my black Memento ink. And I'm going to ink up my truck. And I'm going to stamp my truck right on here. And press and lift. Perfect. There we go. And I will clean that block off. Now remember, once you stamp on the photopolymer stamps, they will get dyed, and that's normal. Okay, so I'm done with the black ink. Let me put my truck back in here. Okay, and then we have one more thing to stamp before I put this away. I'm going to grab the garden green ink. And I'm just going to stamp on a scrap piece of cardstock the tree. So I'm going to ink this up. And I'm going to stamp it. And I know that looks kind of weird. So I'm going to cut it out with the die. You can use any die cutting machine you have that works with Stampin' Up's dies. Let me put my garden green away. Get that out of my way. So let's see. Where's the die? Hopefully I did not lose the die. Here we go. So it looks like this right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay it over the top like this. And cut it out. So actually, this is going to be off screen. You'll just have to bear with me for a second. I promise you. I'm using the Big Shot because that's what I have. But like I said, any die cutting machine you have will work. Stampin' Up's going to be coming out with a new die cutting machine, hopefully soon. Hopefully it'll be in the 2020 annual catalog. We are waiting to hear. All right, so I ran that through, and now my tree looks like that. All right. And get rid of my scrap, put my die away just so I don't lose it. All right, slide this back in. Okay, so now we're going to do a little bit of coloring. So I'm actually going to grab my aqua painter here, and I'm just going to do my tree. There's enough ink from stamping it that I can just pull some of that green out. Now this die doesn't cut it out perfectly, and if that bothers you, you could cut it out by hand with scissors and that would work just fine. But I don't mind the white along the edges. Kind of reminds me of old school when the dies first came out. They were all like that. Now they're all pretty close to the edge. Okay, so there. And you want to just grab a scrap piece of paper. And, oh, sorry, this is my blender pen. Did I call it an aqua painter? Blender pen. And just make sure it's running clear. So there's my tree. Now for my truck, I'm going to grab the Real Red Stampin' Blends marker. Actually, I'm going to grab this in. And actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to grab this in. And I'm just going to outline my truck because I want my truck to be real red. So I'm going to outline the truck, all the parts of the truck that I want to be red. But I want a red truck. Reminds me of my grandpa. My grandpa had a red truck. Okay. We'll go up and over. And I'm going to outline this part here and this part. Okay. And then, let's see, I think I'm going to go around the window too, just a little more ink. Okay. Then I'm going to grab my Stampin' Blends, or sorry, my blender pen again, and I'm just going to start blending it because I want my truck to be red. So the blender pen will pick up from the marker. And if I need more color, I just need to go down where there we go. So see? So it's not dark red. If I wanted it to be dark, I could use my Stampin' Blends, like if I wanted it to be like fully colored in, but I don't. I just wanted it to be light colored, which is why I love the blender pen for that. Okay, so here I'm gonna have to pick up a little more color just to fill this part in. All right, so there is my red truck. And again, grab your scrap paper, make sure it runs clear. Then I'm going to grab the basic black and I'm going to do my tires. I just want to be able to make them black, and my bumper. So when I use the blender pen, it's actually going to be kind of like a grayish color, and that's what I want. So I'm going to just pull. And again, if I wanted them to be black, I could have just colored them in with the marker. But I like this. So it almost looks kind of silver, and I'm going to give kind of the window kind of a silvery wash. Okay. And I'm going to color in this part right here. Just a little bit. It's like the undercarriage of the truck. All right, cute, right? Make sure that runs clear. All right. I think he's super cute. All right, now I'm going to grab some some dimensionals. Put it on the back of my tree. And I'm going to stick my tree in the back of the truck. So see, it's flat so that it can be like it's in the back of the truck. Look at that. It's so cute, right? I think that's adorable. All right. Now I have a piece of real red cardstock. And this here is cut at 3 3/4 by 2 1/4. And we're going to go ahead and mount this right on there. Okay, and then I used this scalloped oval that was just a little bit bigger in real red so that I could mount that. And let me put these back. Remember, always put everything away right away. Otherwise, it gets lost on your desk. And that's the worst, when you lose a stamp or a die, and I have, so trust me, and they are never to be found again. All right. So I'm actually going to stick the adhesive on the back of this and then just set it aside. For this, we're going to actually stick dimensionals on the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that's the end of that pack. Okay. And let's make sure they're all pressed down real good. And let's peel these off. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and I'm going to set this aside. All right, so let's go ahead and grab our card base. So I have a piece of real red cardstock cut at 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. Okay, my desk is getting messy. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and my card's gonna open this way. All right, so I took a piece of Whisper white cardstock. It's cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and I ran it through the embossing folder, Winter Knit right here. This is a 3D embossing folder, so they recommend if you have a Big Shot or any die cutting machine, whatever you have that embosses, these new 3D aren't fitting through the, they're not coming out real good. So they came out with this plate. It's an embossing plate that works perfectly with the 3D embossing folders, especially if you have a Big Shot. So I highly recommend getting this. So I ran the paper through, I had it in there, ran it through my Big Shot. All right. And so it ended up like this, which is cool. It's kind of like, it's almost like the cable knit one that we used to have. All right, and so I'm going to go ahead and stick my adhesive. Whenever you're doing something embossed, you want to put it on all 4 sides. And I'm actually going to put some right here because I'm going to grab this real red ruched ribbon. And I'm going to start it right there. And I want to wrap it around kind of toward the bottom. Okay, and I'm going to cut a little piece off right here. Okay, and I'm going to stick a little more adhesive, and now this is going to go right on top here. I love doing Christmas cards because I love being able to do things all in red and cherry cobbler. I haven't done anything in Poppy Parade. To me, that's a little orangey red, or Lovely Lipstick. That's more of a pink red, but I could. All right, so I have that. Next thing I want to do is I'm actually going to grab a little bit more of the ribbon, and I'm just going to do a knot. So it's not going to be a bow or anything. So I just need a little tiny piece. But since it's ruched, it is going to pull it up a little. And that's what I want to be able to deal with right now. Okay, so I'm going to cut this off. I don't need it too long. I'm going to make this one shorter. Okay, cute, right? But the reason we did, let me make sure, I should have plenty of adhesive there. The reason I did the dimensionals on this is because since it ruches up, we want to be able to have room. Actually, I'm going to slide my knot down a little. There we go. I just want to make sure I have plenty of room to put my cute little truck. See, since it's ruched though, we need to be able to pop it up a little. So I still want a little bit of the white showing. There we go. So press, 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 press. And there we go. I think I'm going to cut these just a tiny bit shorter. Okay. All right. My knot's still there. Perfect. And now I'm going to grab my little sentiment here, and I'm actually going to go at an angle right underneath, right there. And that is my card. Wishing you loads of Christmas cheer. Isn't that adorable? I think it's adorable. And here's one I did earlier. I love these so much. So cute. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and that you'll subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks, guys. Bye.